Hey there champs, as we all know, we just seen the Day of Reckoning, one of the best cards in boxing history ever. And this card was going to lead to Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder finally fighting. That's if they both beat their opponents. But as we all know, only Anthony Joshua delivered and Deontay Wilder did not deliver. He actually lost in a very bad way. And Anthony Joshua actually stopped his opponent. And this made a lot of boxing fans sad because everybody was looking forward for this fight for years. And I believe it was only going to happen if Joshua and Wilder both beat their opponents, which both of them were expected to. But I got some great news, and I believe we're still going to get this fight. But before we get into that, if you guys are not subscribed, please punch and knock out that subscription button. That way you will never see it again, and ding the notification bell. That way you'll never miss any of my new boxing videos. Alright guys, let's get to the round. Ding ding. Alright champs, let's get started. And I got some good news because we all believe that the Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder fight was not gonna happen again. But as we all know, the Day of Reckoning card was not because of any American promotions or any European promotions. It was because Saudi Arabia and the Princess team that made this great card fight happen. I don't believe any American boxing promoters have the budget to make this kind of card happen. Every boxer in this card got paid very well, including Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, both making $50 million apiece. And that's just them two, not including Dimitri Bivol, Otto Walling, and Joseph Parker's pay. I'm sure it was a lot lower than $50 million, but still pretty generous. But I personally believe the Saudi prince is still pushing for this fight because he promoted it on his social media. He posted pictures of Wilder and Joshua and himself all together, and that was going to be part of the promotion. Now this deal was already signed for March 9th. Champs, as we all know, this fight should have happened years ago, but like I always say, it's better late than never. Especially if Saudi Arabia and the prince are paying for this fight, because if it wasn't for them, they would never make this fight, especially how Wilder lost. Thank God for the prince and his love of boxing. I am not complaining at all. I actually want to see what other fights we can get from the prince. I get that the fight is not as big as it should be a few years ago because now Wilder and Joshua both have losses. Not just do they have losses, they've both been knocked out. Wilder has been knocked out by Fury and Anthony Joshua has been knocked out by Anthony Ruiz. But personally, I am a realist and I don't expect anything less than in the heavyweight division that they will be knockouts. But I do believe the fight was already signed for March 9th between Wilder versus Joshua. I do not know if they both had to win or the fight was going to happen regardless. And this was the best fight card in boxing history ever, up to date, because I'm sure the Saudi Arabians still have a lot of fight cards under their sleeve. And usually when you got that kind of money, you're always trying to outdo yourself. It was Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. And Deontay Wilder took his first decision loss ever. Deontay Wilder looked terrible. He did not look very good. But for Deontay Wilder's defense, he only had one professional round in the last 2 years, making him real rusty. But Deontay Wilder did not let his hands go. He was very hesitant to fight. I believe he tried to pick up the pace in the last 2 rounds, but I believe it was much too late and he needed a knockout to win. I personally believe he was hurting Parker in the last round and he would have got the stoppage if he would have kept on going. I seen Parker moving kind of like in a defensive mode, but nevertheless Parker won. Now Anthony Joshua, he looked amazing against Otto Walling. He actually stopped Otto Walling. So because of this, a lot of fans did not want to watch Wilder versus Joshua. But not me, I still want to watch this fight. I've been waiting for it for years. And if the Saudi Arabians and the Prince's team want to put this fight on, I'm watching it. If you guys don't want to watch this fight, it's simple, don't watch it. Don't worry guys, I will still tell you guys all about it and how it went. I am a real, true boxing fan, and I will still be very excited for this fight, especially because I know Deontay Wilder has been out of the ring for a very long time, and when he did came back, he only fought one professional round for 30 seconds. But that doesn't mean he did not have a training camp for those 30 seconds. Do you guys really think Wilder went in his training camp only training for 30 seconds because he thought the fight was gonna last only 30 seconds? Pretty sure he had a regular training camp like he always trains for all his fights. I believe he already took some of the ring rust off. Now, this fight is scheduled for March 9th. That's 3 months from now. What's good about heavyweight boxers, they don't need a fat camp. They don't need to lose weight to start training. Deontay Wilder could start training right now and still have a 3-month training camp. Believe me, boxing training is rigorous and hard. The training alone will make you shed pounds. I think Wilder will do just fine in 3 months of training. If it was any other weight classes, I would say no, because they will still have to lose the weight and still have to train after that, especially showing how much ring rust Deontay Wilder had. And you can never count Deontay Wilder's power. He arguably has the best power and knockout rate in boxing history. It's not like Devin Haney trying to drain himself to make 135 or being all mummified when he fought Regis Prograis in his hotel room. Deontay Wilder does not have to go through that. He could fight at 300 pounds if he likes, but I wouldn't suggest that. But look at Andy Ruiz and James Lights Out Tony. I believe he was a middleweight that went all the way to heavyweight, but he was like chunky, like pork chop a chunky. You guys never seen how high? Even Anthony Joshua in the post-fight interview versus Otto Wallin, he also stated that Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder will still be a big fight and will still be doing big numbers. He also stated you cannot lose that winning mentality. If you do, you lost. But I believe the fight should happen next because both of these guys are not getting any younger, especially in the heavyweight division that you don't need to cut weight. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think Deontay Wilder needs another tune-up fight before going in there with Anthony Joshua, or he should just go in there? But I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about the situation? And before I go, comment, subscribe, share the video, like the video, and that's it for me guys. I gotta roll.